Hello beautiful community. In this week's video we travelled up to the northeast of Victoria near Myrtleford. The in-laws live beside the rail trail that runs from Wangaratta through to Bright. It was the old rail line and it's now used for cyclists and for walking. And we're up there in January and I went for a morning walk in search of mistletoe. And about 1 kilometre along the track it opens out to a reserve. And over 100 years ago they used to mine for gold there, and there's still remnants of mine shafts and also culverts where they used to divert the water from the creek to the machines that the diggers had set up. Anyway, there hasn't been much mistletoe there, but I haven't been there for the last 12 months and I noticed that there is a lot more mistletoe in the trees. And in Australia there's about 95 different types of mistletoe. There's none in Tasmania, but they're in all the other states and territories of Australia. But in my area there's an abundance of drooping mistletoe, and that's the one that I use all the time, and there seems to be a lot of it around the Great Dividing Range. So the drooping mistletoe normally flowers around November, but with the rain over the summer there's still an abundance of flowers in January. And so I leave the live mistletoe alone and I look for the trees that have fallen down or the dead mistletoe that have dropped from the trees. And this time there was quite a few mistletoe that was on the ground, and there's still quite a few dead mistletoe up in the trees. I didn't have a chainsaw or a handsaw this time, so I just grabbed one and I found room in the back of the car and brought it home. So once I got it home I stabilised it with cactus juice, and then I put a small dose of green colour in the resin. And I like the bowls with the resin on the top lip, right around the top lip, and this one I was trying to do the same. Luckily it worked out okay, and because I didn't use much of the green colour it actually came out quite nice and it blended in with the darker wood. So with the stabilised wood, once I have it on the lathe I use a carbine tool, and when I'm turning the stabilised wood it comes off the lathe as dust, not as chips, but because it's stabilised it's a fairly hard and it's a dense dust that comes off. And I did use a spindle gouge just to clean up the outside of the bowl, and after 3 or 4 passes the gouge was dull and it had lost its sharpness. So that's why I use the carbine tip tools on all my stabilised mistletoe. It just seems to be a fairly hard wood. So I brought one mistletoe home and there's still quite a few up there that I could bring home if there's enough room in the back of the car. So hopefully next time when I'm up there I'll take a handsaw and I'll grab a few more of the dead mistletoe. Now that we're home it's around Easter time and it's starting to get cold at night, and so I'm thinking I probably need to have the fire going in the shed at some stage. So I've got a fair bit of wood saved up. I've got a few mistakes that I made over the summer, so at least I've got a little bit of wood there to start the fire once it gets cold. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. I'll see you next time. Cheerio.